Good morning, YouTube. I'm back. So the dollar today has been pretty bearish. We went below this low here on the 4th, 5th, on the 5th. Have a little bit of a retracement. We've got news for CAD coming up in 3 minutes, the overnight rate. As you can see, the CAD's had a little more of a retracement. I do like this area below this low in here. So CAD on the daily, we did open up into this bearish order block and drop lower. So let's look at that on a lower time frame. So new day, we're inside that area, we fall lower, we come back up into it and drop. We are currently hitting this fair value gap. Ideally, I would have rather price come up right when news hit, and I would look at that as a sign to sell. But since there's a little gap in here, price can come up into there. It also can come up in this area, but I am looking for the daily low to be hit that we left. Right now, equal lows. Retail sees that as support, and I'm just not buying it. Considering the dollar is still bearish, and we haven't come up on the dollar on the daily candle as much as we have on CAD, so I think that's a false retracement. Euro and the pound have had nice bullish days, bullish candles. And I'm just going to watch price. My profit split day is this Friday. I'm at 2.2%, so I'm just going to chill and allow price to happen. So let's see. It's obviously 10 o'clock. So we actually spiked above these highs. Now I actually don't care what the numbers are, like I always say, but let's see what the rate was. This number actually does matter. Not particularly like, oh, if it comes in high or low, I think it's going to go higher or lower because of that. So the interest rate forecast was 4% and it came in at 3.75. So it was 3.25 before, so they were expecting a 75 basis point hike and they only got a 50. So that should actually be, you would think that'd be good for the currency, right? Lower interest rate, which would make sense on this initial spike up. But I still think that we're going to go lower. Now, right now, we are in the bearish order block. So let's adjust this for this body. So we're doing the bodies. Right here. So it could come up, I mean, even, so let's see. Yeah, I kind of expected the dollar to not have as much movement. Basically, every other currency is pretty flat, besides the CAD here. Well, I guess it was a good thing I didn't trade it. Now this is a very obviously big bullish 4-hour candle. It kind of makes me even believe more that we'll go for this low today. But we will see, we will see. Let's see, what's gold doing? Yeah, so gold had a nice reaction off this bearish order block. So I've been calling the beast to go lower. We haven't. See, I've been wanting to go for these lows. I've been hoping for a big range day, which we could get this week, and I'm hoping. Right? Bearish order block. We've come up. The bodies have been respecting. You know, yeah, we had a wick up through here, but the bodies have been respecting. So today, I would like to see it close below these lows, and then tomorrow or Thursday, Friday, come back up, reaccumulate. We don't have to go for these lows this week, but if we can at least be close to it by the end of the week, that would be ideal. Alright, so we did spike above this high. This high, 1.3648. High, 1. What? 3648. Alright, 3650. So that could be institutional or Fibonacci drill. We'll see if this has any legs to retrace. I could be totally wrong, and we could, you know, come up into these efficiencies and even take out, you know. But with just how bearish the dollar is, this could just be taking out stops, having everyone think, oh, we've built in a low here. So I would like to see it. I mean, we've come up 65 pips off of news. So that would make sense. But yeah, with it coming to the last stretch of the year, I'm going to take my little 2% gain these last 2 weeks. So FTMO used to be once a month withdrawal. Now it's every 2 weeks. So, you know, 2.2% in 2 weeks, not bad, not great, but it's profit. So I'll take it, and then maybe I'll go for it for the last 2 months of the year. So I'm up 12% right now in the year overall with all my payouts with FTMO, which is pretty nice. So let's see if we can, you know, I'll shoot for another 4.5 to like 6% for the last 2 months. See if we can get some nice moves. And then I'm also actually going to take I'm going to hop into my Forex funds. I'm going to do $100,000 try with them probably the beginning of December. It's probably not the best time to take a challenge, but they only require 8% to be made instead of FTMO's 10%. But you can only lose 4% instead of 5%. So I'm gonna give it a shot, see how their servers are and how I like it, and then I will show that account when I trade. So right now I'm keeping my FTMO, kind of count on the side. I haven't been trading really since I've been making these videos. I just stay on my demo account here. I just like the Ava Trade software and how it interacts. I was using TradingView for a little bit, but I'm not a big fan for right now. I practice on the side to see if I can get used to it, but even the one thing I really don't like about it is how the chart moves, and with your mouse when you move that, I don't even know what, can't even think of the word, but instead of the chart moving like this with it, it'll zoom in and zoom out, and I just can't get a feel for it. So I'll stick with this for now. But when I do take that my Forex funds challenge, I will show, anytime I take an entry, because I will be trading, frequently on that. I'm not trading here. I'm trying to be nimble at the end of the year. I don't want to take my 12% and run it down to like 4 or 5 if I have a losing streak. But on that, I will show a bunch of trades. I'll show every one of them. I'll at least show, because I'm not the type to be in a trade like some people, official ins, I'm going to call you out right now. I'm not going to be like some people who are only in the trade for 2 minutes, and right when they take the trade, she puts her stop to break even. And I'm not trying to like talk down on her, but she's got a pretty big audience. She's got like 65,000 subscribers, and just the way she trades, I'm like, I can't believe. I've never once seen, and I follow her, I go on her stream every day because she streams at 6:30, and you should go watch her just to see what I'm talking about. She's never once let her take profit or stop loss get hit. She always gets out before, which isn't a problem. Taking partials is part of the game, but the way that she like talks about traders in her Discord, you guys can't be scared to trade. You got to follow your trading plan, and she doesn't even follow her trading plan. So that'll be my only critique of her. So I will probably gonna leave it there right now. We'll see if we get a continuation rejection lower. I do expect this to kind of hold. Let's see what we're looking at 5 minute. So ideally, if I'm here's a little lower time frame what I look for. So if I was looking for this to be bearish, I would look for this 5 minute candle to run a little lower, close, right? Because we're not going to have a bear. This won't be a bearish order block potentially until we get below it, right? But that's a lot of pips. So I'd like to see these next few candles close below, and then if we can get a fair value gap fill in. So like for instance, if this candle has a big body, somewhere down here, and then we close, and then we have a fair value gap, for it to come up, close that gap, and then you could look for it to go lower. Kind of like here, but the opposite. So we had the wick, then we had this little candle, then a big body. This big body created a fair value gap. Price came down, almost filled it in exactly, but we get a reaction off it. So that's what I would be looking for up here. It's hard to, pick a top in here when you don't have a clear bearish order block to come up and trade into. So I look for a fair value gap. Fair value gap. I always have problems saying that. Well, I will leave it there. If you got in the market today, hopefully you didn't get smoked. Hopefully you stole some pips. Hope you be safe. I'll catch you tomorrow. Thanks.